Hello, I'm Elgato and welcome back to the Minecraft console news video, and this is going to be a very different news video because as well as some important news, I'm going to be talking about kind of the end of an era as far as the Minecraft Xbox 360 edition goes. However, first of all, let's talk about the news itself because it is kind of important. If you have an Xbox 360, you can now download the last big update, CU69 or TU70, or the aquatic update, whatever you want to call it. It's now officially out, and this is the last major effort to update the last gen consoles. That's PS3, that's 360, and the PS Vita, which means that 6.5 years of frequent Minecraft, 360 updates are kind of coming to an end. So I wanted to talk about exactly what that means to me in today's video, but first of all, let's talk about the actual news itself, because there's a lot of weird things about this. So yeah, first of all, I can't actually show you gameplay of the update because it kind of broke my console a little bit. Again, we'll fix things later, but I can't show you right now because weird things happen with my own console, so but kind of bad luck on that one. However, I want to mention that it came out at a really weird time. It came out at 6 PM UK time, which again, every single update for the Xbox 360 that I can remember, as far as we can, think back to, has come out at, 10 AM UK time or a little bit afterwards. However, 6 PM is kind of unprecedented, and that kind of is a interesting thing because this means the update came out first for PlayStation 4 worldwide, and then later came out for the 360, which, might be a symbolic thing towards the future, who knows for sure. But also, the interesting thing about this is that I tweeted the update is officially out for 360, and 4J Studios kind of got on the meme of like the for free thing with the Xbox One and Switch, and they said, you forgot to add for free, and I absolutely love that. This is my favorite 4J tweet in quite some time, because even they understand the community's feelings, and I just wanted, it seems like you might think like, oh, why are they cancelling this? This is the most awful thing, but you gotta understand sometimes that this is just a big thing happening everywhere. So yeah, that's the news. The update's out for 360. It's the last big update, and it's the first update we've ever had come out at such a weird time, and just, an era of precedence. But let's talk about the kind of emotional farewell I want to have, because I will be playing and talking about the 360 update which just came out over the next few days. You can expect videos off that because, we've got to cover all the important stuff. However, this kind of, to me, was not a sad thing. A lot of people saw this as like, oh no, I only have a 360 or a PS3 or whatever. This is absolutely awful because there are no more updates. But in my opinion, you've got to kind of see it a different way. What you've got to understand is that Minecraft, Xbox 360 launched as an indie title, as just this weird kind of Xbox port of Minecraft. The intention to update it wasn't, necessarily guaranteed when it came out. People bought the game for what it was, and people loved it all the way back in 2012 for what it was. It was an amazing game and one of the best valued things you can buy with 1,600 Microsoft points. Again, the game has outlived the price tag it came with because you can't buy things with Microsoft points anymore, but the game cost about $20, and back then, people were amazed at the value that you got just for, Minecraft existing right there. Even though it wasn't necessarily the same as the Java version, people loved being able to finally play it on their 360, and it made over 1 million sales very, very quickly. And the thing about that is those sales funded the game to continue onwards, and we started to receive more updates, but they started getting closer and closer to the Java version, releasing more and more features, more and more console exclusives, starting to bring a lot of the features people love from the PC, such as skin packs, texture packs, etc. And they started bringing all these things to the console, and basically they've spent the last 6 years really making sure that even the 360, the PS3, even as new consoles came out, which they did a couple of years into it, they've made sure that all of these last gen consoles have retained their update status. Think about it this way: how many other games have been updated for 1 or 2 years after their launch? A fair few. How many games get updated beyond that? Not many. How many games on the Xbox 360 are still being updated? And Minecraft was literally one of the very last one of them. Minecraft was being updated, and not just minor updates, full content updates. This was a mega update. The aquatic update is huge, and it just came out for a, literally a 13-year-old console. It just came out for. That is the level of dedication we have from 4J Studios to the product they released. When they released the product, they, decided we're going to do this, and they stuck to that for 6.5 years, and no other developer has done anything like that in recent times. So I just want to quickly say, first of all, 4J Studios, this has been an amazing run. Would it have gone on longer if it weren't for Microsoft? Who knows for sure? We don't know the details on the internal stuff. However, this is the end of updates for Minecraft on the 360, the PS3, the PS Vita, and the Wii U. And I wanted to kind of just, mention now as a great time to kind of say that, this is a really important time to reference that not everything that exists and is happening right now is always going to happen into the future. This seems like a nihilistic point, but I think it's just an important one you need to remember about everything that you like and care about. Just because something is here right now and is happening right now, it's not going to happen all the way into the future. Just because you like a company that exists right now, or you like a product that exists right now that seems like it's continuously updating or existing, it doesn't guarantee its existence into the future. There are some things that can do that, if it's got some form of subscription, if it's got something like that, some products can guarantee their existence a pretty decent distance into the future. But the truth is, and we ended this era in gaming quite some time ago, if something requires dedicated, upkeep, such as servers, or if it requires dedicated upkeep, such as the form of updates, someone needs to be doing that stuff. We need dedicated time all the time, and that requires resources in. And what I'm basically saying here is just because something exists now, it doesn't mean it's going to exist in that same form or continue to be updated for a long time into the future. I had this experience recently with a really cool map I used to use, where it literally just went down because it was costing them too much money. They weren't making anything back from it, and they had to shut down. It's like a true size of map thing. They had to shut down the map because it was costing them too much just to even keep it up for people to use. And it's the same kind of thing with everyone that you might rely on, everyone you might expect. Everything that exists in the world can't just perpetually go on unless you actively try to keep it going. If you really believe in something, you put something in. And although in real life, you can always contribute to an organization and have like a full-fledged thing to it. And although, on YouTube, you can always, sponsor or channel member your favorite YouTubers or whatever it may be that you like to support, like even just like hitting the like button, you can do that for whatever your favorite YouTubers are, and you can help them to go on in a direct way. You can contribute to them in whatever direct ways you want. But when it comes to something like 360, even though you can't do it in the same way, there's no magical button we can all press that'll bring the 360 version back to life. You can keep it going in your hearts and mind, and that sounds ridiculous, but there is still going to be an active community on the 360. You can still play battle with them. You can still play online with people. That isn't going away for a very long time until the 360 itself goes away. Even though the 360 has had its 6.5 years and it's kind of done with those 6.5 years, there is still time going beyond that. And the best bit going beyond all of this is the fact that, think about it this way, even if you think that updates are the only thing you care about, you have another 6 months or so from now to when the next update would be coming out for console edition, when it will be coming out for the PlayStation 4 edition, and maybe like 5 months till it's coming out for like, the Bedrock and the Java edition. You have those months to pick up an Xbox One if you would like one, to pick up a Switch if you would like one, to pick up a PlayStation 4 if you would like one. And I know 6 months, long way away, and current gen consoles kind of expensive. Guess what? There's Christmas in there. There's if you're too young to have your own job, there's Christmas in there. You can like try and piece together all your family gifts. If you are working, you can surely work out some way to save some amount per month in the next 6 months till then. There is a solution for everyone. If you want to continue updates, there is a way for that. And if you just love 360, you have this special place in your heart like I do, it will always be there. We can always come back, and you better believe that after, all of this stuff has gone down, I will be coming back to it from time to time. Not as often as perhaps we all want to believe, but yeah, today's video is mostly just one to say, the update's out, that's really cool, but also that just because it's the last update, it's not necessarily as bad a thing as you think. They're not. The version isn't being killed off. The version is only killed off when you stop being able to play it, and that's not ever going to be able to happen. If your 360 is disconnected from the internet, you can still play it, and while your 360 is still connected to the internet, and while the Xbox Live servers are still running, you can still play battle with people, you can still play glide with people, you can still do you can still invite people to your world and connect with them, and that is the amazing thing about the 360 version of the game. It's never truly dying. Any love for it you have is always going to be there, and that's kind of cool. And I just wanted to make today's video to let you know that, yeah, you can't expect everything you love to always be there. And that sounds like it's a depressing message, like, oh, everything's going to fade away and crumble. But no, that just means you have to care about it, value it while it's there. And if you want to keep it going, there's always a way you can generally contribute. For instance, I actually donate to Wikipedia every year because they're getting like some fun set up so that they can like perpetually keep them going. They're the source of all knowledge, and I value that. And it really exists for most things in your life. It's just, a realization that although you want to build something and have it there forever, nothing lasts forever without maintenance, without consistent work or dedication or finances or whatever it is from someone. And yeah, the 360 version is just like, maybe this is a depressing thought, maybe it's a happy thought, I don't know for sure, but I just wanted to let you know that yeah, the 360 is kind of being discontinued right now, but that you've got months to have to deal with it, and even if you don't deal with it, it's still going to be one of the most wonderful games available for that platform, and one of the most wonderful games that has ever come out for any console, in my opinion. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I hope I'll see you all in another one. Goodbye.